You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, like, comment. Let's get right into this. Wow, I cannot believe this has got Pat Fitzgerald's name anywhere around this, but here we are. And this has to do with Northwestern University, and some really heinous details have come out after an investigation into hazing activities involving their college football program. And guys, this is disturbing. Just a heads up, a little of this I'm going to have to clean up, or YouTube is going to nail this video straight to the wall. This is really bad. It's really disgusting. It's disturbing. And I was reading this on my phone before I jumped up to shoot the video, and I was just shaking my head all the way to the computer. Outkick, Northwestern student newspaper claims hazing accusations that led to Pat Fitzgerald's suspension were sexual in nature. I'm floored by this. I truly am. Pat Fitzgerald is just widely respected across college and football, pro football. This is nuts. It truly is. The day after the news broke that Northwestern head football coach Pat Fitzgerald had been suspended following an investigation into hazing allegations, a report from a campus newspaper detailed some of the accusations. Some of the disturbing alleged hazing acts were sexual in nature. Additionally, one accuser even claimed the players believed Fitzgerald were aware of them. The Daily Northwestern published a piece in which they spoke to an unnamed former player. He described in graphic detail some of the alleged hazing practices. His accounts were corroborated by another former player. Quote, "I've seen it with my own eyes. It's absolutely egregious and vile and inhumane behavior." The player described a practice allegedly known within the team as, quote, running. This allegedly involved 8 to 10 upperclassmen donning, quote, purge-like, I assume, mask, then restraining and dry humping a victim in a dark locker room. It's done under the smoke and mirror of, oh, this is team bonding. This is the most disturbing team bonding I've ever heard of. But no, this is sexual abuse, the player said. The ex-Wildcat said that this was used to punish players who made mistakes on the field in games or practice. Wow, how has this not been widely talked about across college football, especially in light of the portal and NIL and transferring the way it is now? I can't believe it would have taken any length of time for this to have come out. Quote, "It's a shocking experience as a freshman to see your fellow freshman teammates get ran. But then you see everybody bystanding in the locker room," the player said. Quote, "It's really abrasive and a barbaric culture that has permeated throughout the program for years on end now." The Daily Northwestern claimed to have obtained, but it did not appear to publish, photos of whiteboards that read, quote, "runs giving and Shrek's list." These included a list of players' names. The players said that running was often concentrated around holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. These times were given nicknames, quote, "Runsgiving" and "Runmas." The players said running victims were identified using what was known as the Shrek clap. This was when a player would clap their hands above a victim's head. The Daily Northwestern indicated that they had obtained a video of a player performing the Shrek clap during a game. Shockingly, this player claimed Fitzgerald was known to perform this gesture during practice when players, typically freshmen, made mistakes. This was seen as an indication that he knew what was happening, which led to others taking part. Quote, "Everyone would just be looking at each other and be like, bro, Fitz knows about this. Because you wouldn't take that action otherwise," the player said. "Everyone joins in because he's the head coach. Okay, it goes on to say that this was not the only alleged act of hazing. And to me, it gets even worse. While running was the main accusation, it wasn't the only thing the player says unfolded. He claimed that freshmen were made to strip naked and bear crawl or use exercise equipment to slingshot themselves across the floor. In another alleged activity known as the, quote, car wash, players would stand at the entrance to the shower and spin while naked. This would force other players wanting to use the shower to basically, quote, rub up against a bare naked man. Holy shit. Okay. They also alleged that the shower had been rigged with a hose that was used to spray players and was, quote, extremely painful. He also claimed to have seen a freshman quarterback forced to take a handoff from a freshman center while both players were naked. This is insane, folks. This player reported this information, which was corroborated by a second player that spoke to the Daily Northwestern in 2022. This led the school to hire a law firm to perform an independent investigation. The lead investigator was Maggie Hickey, the former Inspector General of Illinois. The findings of this investigation were published in a press release. This release also contained a list of steps the school was taking to prevent this from happening in the future. These included 2-week suspension for Fitzgerald. Additionally, it led to the permanent discontinuation of practices at training camp facility Camp Kenosha. Additionally, someone who does not report to the football team will be required to monitor the locker room. Coaches, staff members, and student athletes will also undergo additional anti-hazing training. Quote, hazing in any form is unacceptable and goes against our core values at Northwestern, where we strive to make the university a safe and welcoming environment for all of our students, said Northwestern University President Michael Shields said in a statement. Our athletics program are held to the highest standards, and in this case, we failed to meet them. No shit if this is true. I expect that today's actions will prevent this from ever happening again. It will be interesting to see if further action taken towards Fitzgerald, the program, now that these reports have been made public. Wow. That's absolutely jaw-dropping. I mean, my God. We've covered some really jacked up shit on this channel, I'm not going to lie, and over on the other sports channel. This is definitely in maybe the top 3 worst damn things I've heard. I think we all know to a point a minor amount of hazing probably does go on at college football programs and even in high school programs. Let's just be real. But nothing like what I just read on here. I mean, if and look, this is all allegedly, but if this is true, we're talking about something that is truly disgusting. If Pat Fitzgerald knew about this, yikes. I don't know how he stays employed. I don't know how he'll eventually get another job if he's let go. And that's sad because, again, this is one of the most well-respected guys across college football, across pro football. Truly. This is a really heinous, disturbing report that has just come out. And, wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Again, as of right now, it's all allegedly, but this is a report. It's got a lot of details in it. It's got multiple players that say they have witnessed this. And you got to wonder, like I said, with the rise of the transfer portal, players switching teams, unless this is, God forbid, common in college football, this kind of thing, I'm shocked that it would have taken any length of time to have gotten out. So that is interesting. You would have thought if this had been going on for 10 years, we'd have found out about it 8 years ago. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe there's a thing, an unwritten rule in college football where players just don't talk about this kind of thing or whatever. I don't know. There may be an embarrassment factor involved. I mean, this is one of those things I almost hate to speculate. I would guess there will definitely be more come out on this. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Jesus. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.